breaking news, Nigerians. The House of Reps urges CBN to print new Naira notes. Guys, this means the old Naira notes soon will no longer be a legal tender in Nigeria, because the House of Representatives has asked the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, to make available more new notes of 200, 500 and 1000, as well as begin a gradual withdrawal of the old notes from circulation. The House asked the CBN to direct commercial banks to issue more new notes to customers and to engage in general mopping up of the old notes. In a resolution followed a motion of urgent national importance by Adam Victor Ogani, Anambra Labour Party. The House said that the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, should kickstart awareness programs for Nigerians to beware and prepare for the deadline of December 31st, 2024. Leading to the debate on the motion, Ogana called the hardship, frustration, controversy and chaotic situation occasioned by the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, change of currency in 2023 that affected the old 200, 500 and 1000 Naira notes at the time that resulted in litigations. He also recalled that the scarcity of the new currency note led to untold hardship in the nation as a result of the CBN's inability to supply new versions of the changed currency notes. So, going by the Supreme Court's subsequent ruling and order, the 200, 500 and 1000 Naira note shall cease to be a legal tender maximum. That's a medium of exchange for goods and services in Nigeria, and shall also cease to be in circulation as from January 1st, 2025. It's happening, my country people. So from now henceforth, I guess we will be expecting the new circulation or the increased circulation of the new 200, 500 and 1000 Naira notes in Nigeria. I thought we've gotten over this already. I felt Nigerians have gotten over this currency note saga. We've left that behind us. These are not priorities and shouldn't be, priorities in this country. Too bad Nigeria already has two legal tender in circulation. The old currency notes and the new currency notes. I recall President Bola Tinubu's campaign promises when he said once he come into office, the old legal tender, that's the old Naira note, will still be in circulation. So why are they hurriedly trying to make sure that it phases out of circulation? What sort of discussion is this? Nigeria should outgrow these unnecessary discussions, because all these things are not, helping us in any way. Them fading out these old Naira notes, how will it grow our economy? How will it really grow? Does it affect our economy? Because at this point, we need to strengthen our Naira. We need to strengthen the economy. So them talking about the Naira change, the Naira redesign, it doesn't help anybody. It doesn't help anybody. Tinubu needs to work on our monetary policies, because at this point, we need to strengthen our own currency. Nigerian currency falls in the list of the world's, poorest currency. The list. Nigeria as a nation, we fall in it. Now we need to engage in other financial activities. We need to make this country a producing nation. We need to double our efforts to rejuvenate our economy. All these talks of, the new Naira notes and the old Naira notes shouldn't be a talk of now. Because even them bringing the new Naira note, how does it have value? Does the new Naira note have value in the market? Does our Naira have value in the market? How does it affect the value of our currency? That is the question we ought to ask ourselves. So at this point, we see that the dollar keeps on rising against the Naira on a daily basis. How much are we exchanging the dollar for a Naira? 1,700? If it drops 1,650, if it increases 1,700, we need to make our exchange rate stable. We need to make our currency, to have value. Tinubu that floated the naira. Now, how come the naira? We should focus more on how to make our naira bounce back to become a strong currency. Look at how the dollar is controlling our naira. Our currency keeps on depreciating. It keeps on depreciating against other currencies. But they are not talking about it. They are not talking on how to improve the value of our naira. They are not talking about ways to improve the value of our naira. But they are focusing on which currency should be on board. Okay, good and fine. They want the new currency to be on board. I hope this doesn't lead to a cash scarcity. I hope this doesn't lead to a second cash scarcity in Nigeria. Because the first one we experienced, it wasn't a fun. In fact, it wasn't funny. It wasn't a pleasant experience at all. Many people died because of those policies from the CBN. It is high time. It is high time we strengthen our currency. The dollar cannot predict the value of our naira. We need to increase our trade. We need to increase our productivity. There's too much money in circulation as it is right now. We know because we have two currencies on board. Two different currencies, the new naira and the old naira. There's so much money in circulation. If this is a means to reduce the money in circulation, good and fine. But Nigerians do not really go well with this new naira notes. Because there is no difference between this new naira note and the old one. It's just a change of color, nothing else. It did not add value to our currency. Instead, our currency depreciated. So what are we going to do about this? Of what use, of what benefit does the new naira note add to Nigerians? That should be their question. So them talking about the introduction of this new naira note to be a normal standard legal tender in Nigeria, well, the House of Reps, as expected, should improve more on things to discuss. We have other things affecting Nigeria, but they are focused on the naira note. This is too much. Nigerians are frustrated already. They shouldn't add to the frustration of Nigerians because at this point, we don't really know how the people would react to this. Because the last time they introduced this policy, this led to some traders rejecting the old naira note because of a deadline by the CBN, by the Supreme Court. Some persons could not buy goods in Nigeria. Our currency became rejected right in our very eyes. Traders refused to collect the old note because of what the CBN said. Are Nigerians going to go through that phase again? This is too much. So my country people, what are your thoughts on this? Although the House of Reps made this recommendation, it is yet to be passed to law. So guys, I'm dropping here. Kindly share your thoughts on this in the comments section. Thank you.